Ladies and gentlemen, the console room players are proud to present a new Doctor Who adventure for the radio, Galaxy 4, 400 Dawns. There is a view of the landscape on the planet in Galaxy 4. The smooth ground seems to be covered with black asphalt tarmac. Splits have occurred in the smooth surface, and from these, trees and plant life spring in abundant quantity. The level of the ground is broken by large rock formations, craggy, but apparently made of the same material as the ground. Vegetation also pushes its way out of the gaps in these rocks. It's a peaceful and quiet scene. The silence is broken as the TARDIS materializes. Stephen and Vicky watch the Doctor as she switches off the TARDIS controls with her usual evident satisfaction. Stephen is seated and getting a haircut from Vicky.
Arrived, have we?
We have, my dear.
Good. Where?
Well, we should know about that when we have a look at the scanner, shan't we?
The Doctor switches on the scanner.
Now you can both take a look.
Where are we, Doctor? Is it a planet you recognize?
Keep still, you nuisance. It's...
Where we are.
Vicky and Stephen begin to argue between themselves. The Doctor waves to them to be quiet and adjusts some controls. Stephen and Vicky listen.
Quiet, both of you, will you? Listen. Listen.
Listen to what? I can't hear a thing.
Exactly. There isn't a sound out there. Not a sound.
The Doctor looks at the scanner. The others follow her gaze. The silence is soon replaced by the Doctor's fussing of the dials and switches of the control panel.
Well, the atmospheric pressure is quite normal. Oxygen, temperature, radiation. It's all quite normal. I wonder,
The Doctor looks up at the scanner.
I wonder if it's possible to have a planet so obviously conducive to life, and yet without any.
Well, I finished chopping this fellow. Can we go out and see?
Yes, I don't see why not, my child. It appears absolutely deserted. As a matter of fact, I think we shall get some long-deserved, undisturbed peace for once.
From behind a cluster of rocks near the TARDIS comes a chattering and jingling sound. Suddenly a machine appears on the rocky slope above. Its squat body, like 4 overturned metal bowls stacked into a tower, fidgets this way and that, then faces a police box. Its antenna waves as it chatters to itself.
Well, it's not bad. It's a bit amateurish, really.
Oh.
Hey, there might be a lake or a river around. Doctor, do you fancy a swim?
My dear young man, this isn't a joyride. This is a scientific expedition.
Oh, come off it, Doctor. You can't be scientific all the time. Anyway, you look as if you could do with a good washdown.
But get her in cold water? Good luck.
Well, from past experience, we must always be on our guard.
Yes, well, I'm prepared to take the risk.
The machine moves towards the TARDIS and bumps into it. The Doctor, Stephen, and Vicky all jump at the sound of the collision.
What's that?
Well, are we all ready then?
He's interrupted by a further bump.
Shh! Shh!
The machine bumps into the TARDIS yet again, chittering as it slowly turns to the right, all the time keeping in contact with the outside of the ship. When it's in line with the side, it moves forward, constantly bumping against the wall, obviously feeling its way along. At the corner it stops, makes a few soft beeps, then nudges its way around and proceeds along that side. The Doctor, Vicky, and Stephen stand still, listening.
What's going on?
Something's feeling its way around the ship.
Yes, like something trying to discover by touch. Something blind.
It's just reaching this corner now.
The bumping and sliding noise stops. For a moment there is silence, followed by a series of taps as the machine turns and reorients itself. Then the sounds start again.
Yes, it is blind.
Whatever it is.
As you say, my dear, whatever it is.
The machine bumbles its way around the last corner of the TARDIS. It stops, chitters to itself, then moves a short distance away. As it does, it comes into view on the scanner screen. On top of the machine, a light starts to flash, while it emits a high-pitched whistling sound.
Look at that! Just look now! Now look, there's something quite different, isn't it?
You know, Doctor, it looks to me as if it's sending some kind of message. What do you think?
Yes, it might be that. To its controller, whoever it might be,
Yes, or whatever it might be.
Vicky shakes the doctor's arm and points back at the screen. The machine is slowly moving away.
Oh, look, it's got a sort of Chumley movement.
Chumbly?
Yes, all sort of Chumley.
They turn away from the scanner. The machine is now out of sight.
It's gone now,
Well, bang goes my swimming.
Oh, it doesn't take much to put you off. A sweet little thing like that.
You know I must be wrong, child. There is life out there, yes. A very intelligent, highly intelligent life. To build machines like that.
Chumley.
The doctor turns to the control panel and flicks some switches and levers.
Well, Chumley, if you like, my dear.
You know, Doctor, that thing might have been dangerous.
Huff.
What are we going to do about it?
I'm going to find out. Come along, my child, and bring my stick.
The doctor operates the control and the TARDIS doors swing open. The doctor gets her stick and starts to leave. Stephen and Vicky exchange a slightly worried glance but still follow her. The group exits the TARDIS and the doctor sniffs the air.
Oh, it's delightful. Yes, thank you. Just about the right amount of oxygen,
Oh, I can smell flowers.
Indeed, how delightful. Well, there's one thing, child. There's no Chumleys about.
The doctor and Vicky laugh. The doctor locks the TARDIS door.
Vicky, look at this.
Vicky shields her eyes with her hands and looks at the sky.
3 suns?
Yeah, I wonder which one we're revolving around.
As Vicky looks away, she notices a bunch of flowers in the distance.
Oh, look. There's those flowers I could smell. Hey, they're roses. No, they're not. Not quite roses, but almost.
The doctor moves away from the TARDIS, glances up at the suns, then looks around.
This silence reminds me of the planet, Xeros.
You don't think we've jumped the time track again, do you?
Oh, no, my dear, not again, but it's so quiet.
Yeah, it's almost too quiet.
Doctor!
Yes?
The doctor and Stephen turn. From behind the TARDIS, a Chumley appears, pointing a short, rod-like appendage at them from beneath its dome.
A Chumley?
Stephen looks around for something to use as a weapon.
That one looks pretty vicious. Doctor, is that a gun?
Stand still. Otherwise, we might all get killed.
The doctor moves cautiously towards the Chumley and addresses it.
We come in peace. We don't wish you any harm.
Stephen edges slowly to the right as the doctor speaks. The Chumley is silent.
It can't speak.
No, but by the look of that thing sticking out in front, it's unmistakably like a speaker to me.
The machine makes a low whistling sound.
It's trying to talk?
Stephen slowly bends to pick up a broken piece of asphalt. As he does, he makes a slight sound. Immediately, the Chumley trains its gun on him.
Stephen, look out!
You dumb fool!
I was only trying to.
Oh, indeed. That was plenty noble of you, indeed.
The machine makes the same humming noise as it did when it circled the TARDIS.
Now you've put the thing on guard. Yes, it's interesting. It's fascinating. Did you notice that? It didn't do anything until you made a noise.
Yeah, it is blind.
Oh, yes, it can hear. Yes, and very accurately. You know, I believe it can locate us by some form of a heat wave, as it were.
The Chumley makes a humming, chirping noise as it indicates that it wants the TARDIS crew to follow.
Do you get that feeling that it wants us to go somewhere, Doctor?
Stand still. Don't let it move you.
They remain as they are despite the gentle nudges of the Chumley. Then it pauses as if it receives a message. It chatters to itself, then points its gun at some vegetation on one of the rocky slopes and fires. The vegetation instantly bursts into flame.
As neat and fast as ever I saw.
What was it?
Well, it's some kind of light ray. Very powerful and dangerous, I would say. I think we'd better do what the thing wants.
Yes. Come on, Vicky.
The three travelers turn in the direction the Chumbly indicated and move off, with Chumbly following close behind. A short way ahead, on a spur of rock overhanging the route they are taking, a woman appears. She's wearing a green uniform with a pattern resembling snakeskin or scales, but not quite either one. Her blonde hair is pulled back into a simple ponytail, and she has a calm demeanor. As her group approaches, she holsters her gun and tosses a thin sheet of metal mesh on the Chumbly. Startled, the doctor, Stephen, and Vicky turn to face her.
What is?
Who is that?
I have no idea, but isn't she a lovely surprise?
I am a Dravan.
What is a Dravan?
We are from the planet Drava in Galaxy 4.
Yeah, well, you seem to have put a pretty effective stop to this thing.
As long as the metal mesh covers it, the control waves cannot reach it.
What do you want?
I came to rescue you from the machine.
Why?
Naga will tell you.
Naga?
The leader.
Why can't you tell us,
My mission was to rescue you. I have done that. I have no other instructions except to take you to Naga. I will do nothing until the leader commands.
I see.
You will come now.
Doctor, I don't trust her. I don't think we should go.
If you stay here, more machines will come. They will capture you and take you to the Rills.
The Rills? Are they the people that control these things,
They are not people. They are things. They murder.
Murder?
They have already killed one of us.
Oh, I should like to meet these Rills.
And be killed, Doctor?
This is only what she says. And who is she,
At least she stopped the Chumbly. Doesn't that prove us something?
Yes, all right. Well, perhaps you better take us to this Naga, this leader, whoever they are.
Vicky suddenly spins round and grabs the doctor's arm as she points.
Doctor, more Chumleys!
They all turn. In the distance, several Chumleys are moving in a straight line towards them.
The mesh.
The Dravan tries to remove the mesh sheet from the Chumbly, but it will not come off.
It's caught.
They must have magnetized so that you can't get the top off.
They're getting close.
Goodness gracious.
Look, it won't come off. Just leave it.
I was instructed not to lose.
Look, were you instructed to be killed as well?
We must go.
Come.
All right, Doctor.
Quickly.
They move off. A moment later, the pursuing Chumleys move in and circle the Chumbly trapped beneath the metal mesh. One moves in and reaches out to grasp the metal mesh with its mechanical arm. It pulls the mesh clear, releasing its trapped companion. They move off in the same direction that the Dravan, the doctor, and her companions have taken. After a while, the doctor, Vicky, Stephen, and the Dravan approach the door of a spaceship. All of them are out of breath from running and are clearly exhausted.
Oh, good gracious.
Are you all right?
Yes, I think so. It's all this physical exercise at my age.
The Dravan looks back nervously in the direction from which they have come.
They're nearly here. Quickly, inside.
The Dravan leads the way into the spaceship.
Close external door. Closing external door.
The door that they have come through slides shut with a whine of power. The door has a large window in it. Vicky looks through as the doctor and Stephen study their surroundings. The doctor is coughing.
Well, it was a decent spaceship once.
It's pretty backwards now, isn't it? Yes, it's almost fossilized.
Oh, I don't know. It's got one or two good features.
We've just beaten those Chumleys. They're right outside now.
Are we safe yet?
Yes, they cannot enter. Silence. Naga is coming.
Naga, ooh.
An interior door opens and a tall woman with a commanding presence enters. Her black uniform has a hint of the same scaly pattern as the Dravan, and her blonde hair is elegantly styled.
Report.
Mission accomplished. I have brought the prisoners.
Prisoners? And the metal mesh?
It stopped the machine.
Good.
I could not get the mesh back.
What?
It became affixed to the machine.
Naga's got her pretty frightened, hasn't she, Doctor?
Yes, madam, the young lady speaks the truth. The Chumbleys are magnetized.
Naga glances at the doctor, then back at the Draven.
Draven, sit. I will deal with you later.
The Draven goes to a bench and sits down. Naga looks across at the doctor, Stephen, and Vicky and attempts to soften her voice.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. Won't you sit down?
Yes, thank you, I will.
I had to hear the report first.
Oh, naturally.
It is necessary when you are at war.
At war?
With the Rills and their machines. The Chumley? This is a fight to the death for existence itself.
The doctor nods to herself, thinking.
I see.
In which one of us will be obliterated.
Oh, as bad as that?
Yes. So bad that it is conceivable that you, too, will now be obliterated.
Oh, come now. There's no need to exaggerate.
It is no exaggeration.
You want to kill us, don't you? You want to.
When a planet disintegrates, nothing survives.
The doctor is suddenly alert.
Disintegrates? This planet?
Yes, it is in its last moments of life. Soon it will explode.
When?
In 14 Dawn's time.
Look, how do you know? How can you be so certain?
The Rills told us. That is why they're repairing their spaceship so they can escape.
Well, that sounds reasonable enough to me.
We must capture that spaceship from them.
What for? This is a spaceship as well, isn't it?
Yes, but it cannot fly. The Rills shot us down. We cannot move.
You don't belong here.
No, nor do the Rills. There is no life on this planet. We came from Drava some 400 dawns ago, and were investigating this particular section of the galaxy. We were looking for a planet such as this, capable of supporting life so that we might colonize it. There are too many of us on Drava.
All women?
Women?
Yes, feminine. Female, like myself.
Oh, huh. Well, we have a small number of men, as many as we need. The rest we kill. They consume valuable food and fulfill no particular function.
Naga gestures disdainfully at the Draven.
And these are not what you would call human. They are cultivated in test tubes. We have very good scientists. I am a living being. They are products, and inferior products, grown for a purpose and capable of nothing more.
Grown for what purpose?
To fight, to kill.
Yours must be a very interesting civilization. You attacked the Rills?
No, we were in space above this planet when we saw a ship such as we had never seen before. We did not know it, but it was the Rill ship. It fired on us and we crashed. But before we did, we managed to fire back so that they would crash too. On landing, they killed one of my soldiers.
What are they like, these Rills?
Disgusting.
Well, that's no description at all.
That's all I'll say.
Yes, I think I'm beginning to understand.
Well, so am I, Doctor. This planet's about to explode, and the Rills have managed to repair their ship in time so they can escape. You haven't, so you want their ship.
We have no desire to be here when the planet ceases to exist.
Machine approaching.
A Draven comes through a connecting door. Naga strides to an observation window and looks out.
To your stations!
Immediately, the Dravens take up positions by projections in the bulkhead, which are in fact guns.
Switch off the outside radio.
One of the Dravens operates a switch.
What are they doing now?
They're going to have another go at the Chumleys by the look of things.
Switch off the outside radio? Oh, why, I wonder?
They send the machines to tell us lies. We do not wish to hear them.
Yes, madam. I know you may not, but I'd like to, hear it.
It is not good for my soldiers.
The doctor goes over to the observation window.
Ah, I see. It stopped.
Yes. Now it is sending its message. Fire!
The Chumbly is hit by a burst of smoke and flame. It collapses its dome and is still for a moment. Then it raises them again, chatters to itself as if sending a message, then turns and chumbles off.
You didn't do it very much damage, did you?
My only intention was to scare it off. We have succeeded. To your places.
The Trovins immediately return to the bench.
And you haven't destroyed one Chumbly yet.
We will.
You know, I think you rather underestimate the Rills. Why should they tell you that this planet's going to die?
They were trying to tempt us on board their spaceship so that they may kill us.
You know, it seems to me as if they offered you help.
That is what they maintain.
They might have been speaking the truth. They might have meant it.
On the other hand, it might have been a pack of lies.
What do you mean?
Well, this planet could last another 1,000,000 years.
Yes, but we have no way of proving.
I have. I'm a scientist.
Oh, very well. I should be grateful if you would find out.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, I'm afraid we shall have to go back to my ship.
The doctor moves to the door and indicates for Vicky and Stephen to join her.
Wait, you cannot all go.
Oh, but why?
Prisoners, are we?
Of course not. But if you should encounter the machines...
What of it?
I could not guarantee to rescue you again.
You worry too much.
I shall feel easier if one of you remains behind.
I'll stay.
But my dear.
I'll stay. You'll need Stephen anyway if you bump into the Chumleys again.
Naga signals to open the door and airlock as the doctor and Stephen leave.
Yes, well, very well. Young man, you and I will go. Yes.
Door opening.
We won't be long, Vicky. Promise we won't get lost.
Vicky nods and smiles bravely. The doctor and Stephen leave, and the door shuts behind them. Outside, the doctor grabs at Stephen, warning him to take cover.
Chumblies!
They both crouch down and look near the TARDIS. A Chumbly is making attempts to gain entry. After a little while, it gives up and withdraws, to be replaced immediately by a second Chumbly, who moves up to the ship. There's a screaming of metal as it brings some mechanized force to bear against the door.
Can they get in, Doctor?
Well, they have to be pretty well advanced to break my force barrier.
How do you know they aren't?
The doctor doesn't answer, but is clearly not too concerned. Vicky is on her own in the spaceship. She sits on a bench, tense and unhappy. She sighs, stands up, and is about to look out to the observation window when she hears something. She goes over to the wall and presses her ear against it.
To lose the mesh was gross incompetence. It was our only weapon against the machines. If we lose to the Rills, it will be because of you. You want that, do you?
No, Naga.
You want to be captured by those creepy, revolting green monsters? You want their slimy claws to close around your necks? You fools! You fools!
No, no, no.
At the TARDIS, the doctor and Stephen watch as the Chumblies continue their attempts to get inside.
I wonder what they're up to, eh?
Trying something else by the look of it.
Yes.
A Chumbly, in a last futile attempt, tries its light ray on the doors of the TARDIS. The Chumbly gives up, transmits a message, and chumbles off. As soon as it's gone, the doctor hurries over and examines the TARDIS door.
There you see, my boy. Look, not a scratch. Not a scratch.
Yes, well, are we going in or not, Doctor?
I certainly excelled myself with that force barrier.
The doctor uses her key to open the TARDIS door.
Yes, Doctor.
They enter the TARDIS. The doctor moves across to her astral map and presses buttons on the console. Lights come on, and she adjusts various dials with great pleasure.
Now, wait a minute. I think they've all gone away. Well, it's a very good thing I brought you around, young man, to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes, you're so right, Doctor.
The doctor stares at the screen while making small adjustments to the controls. The doctor watches the screen closely as a flickering light appears.
Well, Doctor, Will this planet explode?
The doctor nods, coming to a conclusion.
The Rills were quite right.
Then we've got to get off the planet.
Yes, if the Dravens let us go.
We've got to make sure that they do.
They need our help with the Rills. Why do you think they've held Vicky back?
Okay, but we've got to get off here somehow.
It's imperative that we leave at once.
Why is that? The Dravens did say 14 dawns.
2 dawns. Tomorrow is the last day this planet will ever see.
Will the doctor tell the truth to Naga and the Dravens about how much time they have left? Will Vicky survive as a prisoner of the Dravens? Find out next time as the Console Room Players present Episode 2, The Trap of Steel.